Hello everyone, welcome back. In today's video I'm going to quickly explain where to get ancestral weapons and where to put them. A couple of people are asking me what to do with them. It seems they still don't quite know. So hopefully maybe this video will help you out. And so let's go ahead and show you what to do. So the first place where you can check for yourself, it will tell you how to get them. Alright, so you'll click on Codex, and then you'll click on Activities under the Battle Pass tab. If you scroll down, you're going to be looking for your Purge the Depths and Defensive Kryengar activities. And if you see here, you'll click this, and this will tell you Ancestral Weapon. Alright, so that is the first place that you can get the Ancestral Weapons. And the next is under Defensive Kryengar. You'll do the same thing. You'll click right here and it'll tell you Ancestral Weapon. Okay, so very simple. Same thing here. You have the last one because there is two. You have the normal mode of Defensive Kryengar, and you have your endless mode that you can do with your warband in Defensive Kryengar. So same thing. You click here, it'll tell you yourself Ancestral Weapon. All right. So that is the three known sources where I know where you can obtain these. Okay. So we can go ahead and show you now. So I was able to accumulate one yesterday, and I was saving it just to show as an example in this particular video. So we have this particular item here. This is called Suspended Rule, and if you scroll down on the information panel, you'll see it'll tell you ancestral property, what it gives you here, and the invocation. Okay. All right. Let's see. Now you'll see here. So please notice that under ancestral property, you may ask, well, how do you know if this is one that you can enshrine? Very simple. Just I'm on a PC, so I simply scroll down using my mouse. But if you're on mobile, you'll just simply swipe up until you see what it says right here under ancestral property. So for example, you'll see the weapon I currently have equipped on my character on the left hand side. That is not an ancestral weapon, because you see it lacks this information over here. Okay, it doesn't have the ancestral property, so this cannot be enshrined in your ancestral tableau in Kryengar. So you'll see here, it'll say ancestral property on the particular weapon that you want to enshrine in your tableau, and it simply tells you right here, enshrine in the ancestral tableau to unlock. Alright, so how do you do that? Now, you don't even have to physically go there. If you access your warband menu, or you'll press B on your keyboard, it's going to bring you to this screen. Okay? From the right hand side, you're going to see ancestral weapons. You'll click right here, and you'll see here, so since I'm the player that's going to be equipping this item, you'll see it's right here. So I already have one there in this particular slot. Okay? But now beneath that, you'll see this little icon right here. Okay, you'll simply click on that. Now you're going to get this screen. Okay, the one on the left that's automatically highlighted, that is the one that's already in there. The one on the right is the one that's in your inventory. Okay. Before we get to these bottom buttons, so what you can do is once you click on this, you see now this will bring up the menu. You can read it again if you want to maybe look at the information on it. Alright. You can click on the other one, and this will also give you the information as well from this menu, you see? But now if you notice over here on the right hand side, this information changed. If you go back, you see? And you click this one again, and this will tell you if it has a higher rating or not. And it does, because you can see these green arrows right here. So for your vitality, if I decide to enshrine this particular weapon, it's going to have higher vitality. You see? Same thing with the strength. This has a green arrow because that indicates it's higher strength, so it's going to give you another 128. The vitality, it's going to give you 171. But your willpower will go down 68 points. Okay, so that's decision you're going to make if you think it's worth it or not. In this case, I think that it is, because if you see here, it scores 11,475, and the other one is barely 2,362. And you can also tell by the color of these screens. This is a gold item. Alright. This one, this is an orange reddish item. So obviously, this is a lot better. So in this case, I particularly think that it's better to gain a little bit of strength and to gain a little bit of vitality, and we lose on a little bit of willpower. Alright, so that's what I would do. So now, as I mentioned, to replace it, what these buttons are here, once we get out of the screen, you're just going to click on here, and then you're going to replace it. So you can retrieve it first, then you take it out. You can click on this arrow if you want to see how to get more. Just for example, it'll tell you where to get them. So again, you can obtain these items in either your Warband Reliquary raids, when you do them together as a Warband, Defensive Kryengar, and Purge the Depths. Very simple, right? Same thing here. You can do the same thing. You can click that arrow, and it'll tell you where to get them. It's all the same. Okay? So now, since we want to put this newer one in here, we're just going to go here, and we're going to simply replace it. That's it. It's done. Now you'll see, we can click on it, and it's in here. Alright? And then you can also pay attention to the right-hand screen over here. You'll see that the levels have went up a little bit over here. Now, as I mentioned before in the last video, once you click down here, you can decide again to pick which of these ancestral properties you would like to go with. Again, that's going to be completely up to you. What you think you might want, what sounds the best to you. But in my case, I'm still choosing this weapon here. I'm sorry, this one here. But I'm having a hard time actually invoking this particular invocation for this ancestral skill on this. And again, I haven't been playing that long, so I'm not quite sure. I just only selected this one just yesterday, and I haven't had any time to test it out yet to see if that works. But I personally like this one here because you do get a shield that will prevent 14,000 plus damage on it. But again, you can see here your dash skills have a 50% chance to trigger this right here. Well, the reason why I can't use this is because I don't use any skills that have a dash skills for Crusader. Alright, that typically requires a shield charge. There may be other methods, but again, I haven't tested them, and at this point, I really don't care. So, I'm using what's here, and I'll explore with that a little bit later and see which one is the best one. But again, this video is just to show you how to put these into the Ancestral Tableau. Okay, and that's simply how you do it. Now you can see here on the one that I just replaced, this is the Ancestral property that will give you. I don't really think it's that great, to be honest, because here you're only going to get an increased damage for 6 seconds at only 15%. I mean, I guess it's okay, but honestly, I personally think this sounds a lot better right here. Again, it's going to depend on the activity that you're doing, so you'll want to come in here and change this at your discretion. So you see even these here, these are the same, well, these two and this one. But yeah, that also depends on the members that you have in your warband. Okay, so I guess that's it for today. I hope this video has helped you out. So again, this was just to simply explain where to get your ancestral weapons and how to put them into your Ancestral Tableau, which is in the Castle Kryengar. Alright, I guess that's it, and I'll see you in the next video.